All right, baseball fans, you are not going to believe this one. We've got an absolute thriller to break down today from one of the most storied rivalries in all of sports. Yeah, I'm talking about the Dodgers and the Giants. They just went head-to-head, and let me tell you, it was packed with drama, a huge upset, and even a little piece of history was made. So let's get right into it.
Now, to really get the weight of this matchup, you have to understand the history here. I mean, this is not just another game. We're talking about a rivalry that started way back when both teams were still in New York. That bad blood literally traveled 3,000 miles west and has been simmering for over a century. Every single time these two teams meet, it feels like a playoff game. And believe me, this latest chapter, it absolutely delivered.
So how did we end up with this showdown at Orco Park? Well, heading into this series, it was really a classic tale of two teams on two totally different paths. Okay, so on one side, you've got the Dodgers, right? Total juggernauts, sitting pretty with a 16-6 record and just looking, well, pretty much unstoppable. And then on the other side, you've got the Giants. They were just starting to find their groove, winning 4 of their last 5, mostly because their bullpen suddenly came back to life. So yeah, the stage was perfectly set for a classic underdog story right there on the Bay.
And an upset is exactly what we got. The home crowd there in San Francisco went absolutely wild because their team didn't just compete, they took control. It was a gritty, hard-fought 3-1 victory for the Giants. Look, they didn't blow the doors off, but they manufactured just enough runs with some really clutch hitting, and they took full advantage of a big Dodgers error in the 5th. They just executed their game plan perfectly, winning this one where so many games are won, on the pitcher's mound.
And man, this really came down to a classic pitching duel. Don't get me wrong, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was solid for LA, going a full 7 innings with 7 strikeouts. But the real story of the night, the guy who just stole the show, was the Giants' starter, Landen Roupp. He was the one who walked away with the W.
And just look at how dominant this guy was. Roupp was absolutely dealing. 5 innings of work, and he allowed just 1 single hit. He fanned 7 batters, and get this, he even struck out Ohtani to kick off the game. This was his 3rd straight win, which is the longest streak of his entire career. Just an absolutely stellar performance. Okay, but here's the fascinating twist in this whole game. While the Dodgers' bats as a team were pretty much silenced, one player, one guy, kept his incredible consistency going. He was quietly making history, right in the middle of a really frustrating loss for his team. 53. That's the number. Just let that sink in for a second. And it represents an absolutely remarkable feat of consistency from one of the biggest stars in the game today. So, for anyone who might be kind of new to baseball, what's an on-base streak? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the number of games in a row that a player gets on base, whether it's with a hit, a walk, or even getting hit by a pitch. It's a true testament to a hitter's incredible skill and discipline. And that number, 53, belongs to none other than Shohei Ohtani. By getting on base in this game, he officially tied Shawn Green for the longest on-base streak in the entire history of the LA Dodgers. What an incredible individual achievement, even though it came in a loss. And that's really the crucial point here, right? You've got this wild contrast. On one hand, Ohtani is producing at this historic, almost superhuman level. But on the other hand, the team as a whole has hit a rare little speed bump, going just 1-3 in their last 4 games. It's a really fascinating dynamic to watch. So all of this, the upset, the record, it all sets up an absolutely massive Game 2. The rivalry's fired up, and we've got all these major storylines crashing into each other all at once. So you might be asking, why is this next game so critical? Well, think about it. For the Giants, it's a chance to win a series against their biggest rival. For the Dodgers, it's about stopping this mini-skid and avoiding their very first series loss of the entire 2026 season. And for Ohtani, well, for him, history is on the line. And as if this story couldn't get any better, just look at the pitching matchup for Game 2. You guessed it, Shohei Ohtani himself is taking the mound for the Dodgers, going up against the Giants' Tyler Mahle. And get this, Ohtani's ERA is a mind-boggling 0.50. To put that into perspective for you, anything under 2.00 is considered elite. So this guy isn't just hitting at a historic level, he's been basically unhittable as a pitcher too. It's insane. So this all boils down to a few key storylines for the next game. First, can Ohtani break the on-base record all by himself? Second, can he also shut down the Giants from the mound and carry the team on his back? And third, will the Dodgers actually suffer their very first series loss of 2026?
It is all coming to a head.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought. What does this upset really mean in the grand scheme of things? Are the Giants officially back? And are they serious contenders? Or is this just a minor speed bump for a Dodgers team that's destined for greatness? I guess the next game might just give us our answer.